Okay, Royal, I'm actually tempted to bring back into the squad for this game. It's just a question of who misses out. Really, it would be... Oh, it would be Douglas Pringle, actually, thinking about it. So Royal back in, Douglas Pringle drops out. That's a pretty good lineup that we've got there. I am going to check that McGregor is in his favoured role. He actually likes playing as an advanced playmaker, so I'm going to do that. And you like playing as... Yeah, I'm going to keep you as a ball winning, actually. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Kick off. Come on, boys. Come on, the Hats. Get another good result. Long ball forward. I was about to say... Oh, actually, I think Jones was available for this game and I've just left him out of the squad entirely. That was dumb. Oh well, Doyle gets to play there again. Right, corner. Green puts it in. Flicked on. Oh, Dinsmore shot saved. Another corner. Think that was Dinsmore with the shot. Looked like it. Not such a good ball in from Green that time. Yeah, it was Wilson. No, it wasn't Wilson. It was Noel McLeod with the flick on. Dinsmore with the shot. It's one of those ones, Dinsmore was almost too close to the goal. Like if he was a little bit further out and then mishit it slightly, it could have gone in. Drury crosses it in. Dinsmore, he couldn't get his head over the ball. Making chances though. Making chances. It's positive. We are dominating the match. Come on, boys, give us another chance, another highlight. Any second now. We are creating more chances, just off camera. Come on, team. I mean, we're breezing through matches, but I would quite like to see some highlights still. Just some action of some kind. It's half time. We haven't really had any more chances since that Dinsmore effort. Unbelievable. Yeah, you're right, Josh. This is quite the boring half. Trust me, I mean, it might be boring for you guys, but I'm just as bored. This is not what I signed up for. I expect more. Second half we switched to overload when we're still drawing, so we should get more chances now. Long ball from Ming. There we go, switch to overload. Substitution was made. Doyle off, Noon on. Interesting that it decided to make that substitute. Cartwright with the long throw. He's good at long throws, actually. That's why I set him. I think it was either O'Brien or King that are good at long throws as well, but they're not set for obvious reasons. Dinsmore! Onside? Onside. There we go. Came from nowhere then, actually. Just suddenly sprinted in from behind. Well worked across the pitch. Cartwright into McConnor. Spread it nicely out to Grant. First time ball. Everyone was onside. Dinsmore came sprinting in from behind. Finished it perfectly. Another substitution. Royal makes his return on for McConnor. Yeah, that was a really good finish from Dinsmore. Placed it past the keeper. Good cross from Grant on his weaker foot as well. Who saw that coming? Right, we've switched to the contain tactic now, leading by a goal at any time. No more substitutions made, which is good because we got one in the locker just in case. Green's on a yellow and is looking tired, so I can see him being subbed off in a second when we switch to the defensive. Except they took off Dinsmore. Really? You take off your goal scorer? Oof, I thought they were going to score that then. Just over the top. Alright, now you can breeze through the game. I don't mind a lack of highlights now, because it means we'll win. Why would they bring off Dinsmore? Wilson's not that versatile. For some reason they play him in midfield roles all the time. I don't know why. Oh, for Christ's sake. That's a really annoying goal to concede. First time volley as well. Bloody hell. It's an annoying one to concede, but sometimes you have to hold your hands up. It was a pretty good finish. Oh, if we end up drawing now, that'd be so disappointing. Yeah, it's going to be a draw. Yep, 1-1. It's one hell of a strike, but the ball should have been closed down. Should never let them have a first time shot on the edge of the box like that. Hopefully though, next game, which is against St Margaret's Bury, we could do a little bit better. We got to see the youth intake between now and then though, which is good. So we get to have a nice look at the youth team and see who's good and who's not so good, and also look at the candidates and see who's worth signing on besides the two that we've already offered contracts to. That is something as well that helps us as we go through the seasons now, is more and more players get brought into the youth team that are actually worth keeping around. Because, I mean, last season we had next to no players in the youth team that were worth it. And then at the end we got Bower and we got Barton. This season it looks like we're going to get 2 more. Hopefully next season we can push it up to 3. 2 or 3 players a season is not a bad return at this level. Really disappointed with that draw. We should have pushed on after we scored. Maybe instead of playing ultra defensive after scoring, I should set us up to play more attacking and try and grab a second. Maybe. I mean, I think the only real defensive thing I do is I tell them to stick to positions and I tell them to not play a high line. Besides that, it's pretty much business as usual. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Fitzgerald signed a youth contract. I'm actually going to move him up into the senior squad. because he looks like he would be worth blooding in towards the end of the season, particularly if we tie up the league with a few matches to go. He'll get some game time then. All my players reject deals, which is really annoying because some of them I do actually quite want to leave, but a lot of them reject the chance to. Anything interesting here? Yep, you can improve your first touch. You can move into channels. Ah yes, Jones. Talking about channels, and also Douglas Pringle, he's back too. So you're going to come in for Doyle, and you are going to come in for Noon, I think, because Cartwright can always play left back if absolutely necessary. Alright, so I'm going to have a look at this again. So it's currently set to control. Why won't it let me look at that? Eh? Weird. Weird. Right. We're going to go attacking with very fluid. That should help us through. Has the music ended? I think the music's just ended. 1 second. There we go. And the music is back. Alright, Clancy has just signed up as well. Move you to the senior squad. So now it is just players who we haven't offered contracts to who are going to be playing in this this match. So we get to see what the best of the rest is, essentially. Anything interesting there? No. Something about knocking the ball past the opponent. Contracts offered to Green and Delfonso. One of them I'm quite happy to leave. The other one I'd rather he stayed. I'm sure you know which ones are which. Alright, here's the youth game. So I'm sure we'll breeze through this pretty quickly as well. Kick off. Right, I have absolutely no idea I'm going to commentate on this because I don't know any of the players really that are playing. Let's see who's this. Bon, the ball, looks for Owens down the line. So the team in the away kit is the team I always want to win in these matches because they're the youth candidates. You kind of want the players coming in to be better than the players you've already got. So winning is the first way of proving that. Rifled effort there, just over the bar. So they're both playing the first team formations as well, which is good. It's always nice that they learn from an early age about the system that we like to employ. Not a lot happening. That was the only shot of the game so far. We're only 20 minutes in. Not great. Is there a way I can speed up the time between highlights? Yeah. I'm going to increase the speed of that as well. That should help us get through matches faster. Why didn't I think of that before? Oh, just over the bar from that header. There we go, we're flying through it now. There's an injury. Substitution made. So that's the under 18s, there was an injury. Should be fine. Should be fine. Nothing hanging off, that's the main thing. Corner. Fenelon with the corner, into the middle, headed away. Fenelon will pick this up again. Is he going to cross it in again? He is. Headed away again. A mole flicks on. Now it's cleared. Counter attack. Jones finds Perry. That's a nice ball actually, and good first touch. He takes the ball to the byline, crosses it in. Good defending there. And a great pass. What a pass that was. Feigned to shoot, dinked it over the top. And great finish from Tommy Jones, who played that excellent ball to Perry in the first place. Continued his run and got the goal. Good ball in. Well defended by Stewart. Young feigned the shot, flicked it to Jones, and that is a very, very cocky finish from Jones. Side foot volley past the keeper. Well taken. Alright, Mole with the free kick in. Headed away. Young picks it up. He's running on his own. The guy who was on the halfway line has retreated. He has got it now, and it's Bon. Simon Bon. I'm going to have to rename him Simon Le Bon, aren't I? Ball comes in. Oh, it's gone straight in. He's definitely getting a nickname now. He didn't mean it, but who cares? It's gone in. Keeper's had a bit of a howler. I mean, he arrowed the cross. Certainly hit it with some welly. Coming up to half time. Waif heads it to Seal, finds Young, who's running that midfield quite nicely actually. Owens with the ball, Jones with the volley, and it's just over the top. 2 minutes added at the end of the half. And that is half time. Straight into the second half. Let's see what the under 18s have got in response, shall we? They were forced into that change in the first half. Kelly with the ball over the top to Gibbons. He's crossed it in. Smith went for the header. It was well cleared. And well dealt with actually by the candidates. Feels like The Apprentice when I say candidates like that. I feel like I should be interviewing them at some stage as well. Alright, coming up to the hour mark, still 2-0. Candidates are all over the under 18s. 1 shot to 5, 2 on target. I guess the cross goal doesn't count as a shot on target. 1 clear-cut chance, 1 woodwork, 1 blocked, 1 half chance. Now the under-18s respond by using all but one of their substitutes. Here we go, Ganella to Gibbons, tried to find Varney. Hubbard clears it towards Owens, couldn't bring it down. Hall heads it on to Kelly. Headed away by Hubbard to Young. Fires it out wide to Bon. You got a mohawk? Looks like he's got an awesome haircut. Hello, Kurt. Good old Night Tech. Oh, you made me miss a goal. Savin with the goal. I've absolutely no idea what happened. Smith won it. Varney with the ball down the line to Gibbons. He crossed it in. Savin with the header. Yeah, good goal. Good goal. $10 to go. 2-1. All to play for. Come on, let's see lots of highlights. We're not going to see a single one now. I've said that, are we? A lot of knackered players out there, I'll tell you that. All in the 40s and 50s, bloody hell. Smith to Savin. Plays it down the line to Gibbons. He flicks it through the middle. Intercepted by Waite. Back to Goodman in goal. Not the best kick forward from him. You haven't missed that much, Josh. Couple of goals. Nothing too exciting. That's full time. 2-1. Well, that sort of proves that the new players coming in are better than the ones we've already got, which is always good. I'll have a look at the under-18 squad after the next match. Hopefully by then all the candidates are signed up. Or the ones that should be. So we've got St Margaret's-Bury at home next, and they are, was that 16th? It's the youth intake. Happens every season. So all these players have actually been signed up, which is good, I suppose. And I've been spotted. Oh dear. Rumbled. Yeah, every season, around about this time of year, there's the youth intake where the candidates play the under-18s. And you have the option whether you want to attend it or not. I normally do attend it because I like watching football matches. You want to take James on loan. On trial, not on loan. I might as well let him. Royal decides to stay. Good. I'm going to appeal the extra ban given to Douglas Pringle because I think that's quite harsh. Particularly as he's actually played since he was suspended. So if they're giving him 2 extra games now, then that is very harsh. I mean, he's in the squad, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the squad. Alright, there's Fitzgerald. I mean, he's versatile. That's what I like about him. He's versatile. And where's Clancy? There's Clancy. So he's still Silver Stars at the moment. Which Boa was when he first came in as well, I suppose. Hello, Dylan. It's a raid. All the uni boys. Let's have a look at what the score is in the Coventry County game, or the County Coventry game, I should say. Looks like it's still 2-1. Second half seems to have quietened down a little bit. Right, 3 days till the next game, and then a week till the game after that, by the looks of things. Okay, James has rejected the chance to go out on trial. Wilson's rejected Chippingham Town. Good. You can't offer me for... Well, first of all, you can't offer me nothing for a player, because I'm never going to accept nothing. Why is who here, Josh? Oh god, all the emojis are coming out now. Oh, it's all going out of control. Don't you two ruin my stream now. At least you're talking, which is better than most people that come in here. So, fair play. Odin for time. Got about half an hour to go, give or take. Green has rejected Fleet Town. Good. Wants me to make McConnor captain. That's not going to happen. Not yet, anyway. I can't even remember who my captain is at the moment. I think it's O'Brien. But since he's not in the lineup, that's exactly it. Filthy lurkers. Well, not filthy, but lurkers. Like, people come in and don't say anything, and I check the viewer list and I see their name and I say, oh, such and such has joined the stream, hello, and they, like, immediately, as soon as it says hello to them, they leave. It's like people are scared. Is that Rainbow Six Siege? You'll be thinking of my stream whilst you're knocking down the door with the sledgehammer. Oh, that was me talking about the County Coventry game. Coventry have just made it 3-1. 4-2 on aggregate. Biamu's scoring again. Looks like Coventry are going to Wembley. Good stuff. Royal still attracting bids. I guess you don't play GTA in first person then, Josh. Oh, there we go. You just answered my question. If you play it in first person, it's very much like Call of Duty in some respects, but better in almost every single way. Okay, here we go. The big one. The big one. St. Margaret's Bury. Douglas Pringle is suspended, so we're going to bring in Carroll. I feel like we need someone else. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Fitzgerald. Do you know what? I'm going to stick Fitzgerald on the bench instead of Smith. So we've got two striker options now. One of which can also play attacking midfield, one of which can also play left wing. Switch to that. Submit. Let's play. Oof. You gotta try first person. First person GTA is actually a lot of fun. Particularly when you're doing supply runs. Like I did I don't know if you've seen this one actually, Josh. There's a supply run where you have to go into the mines up in the mountains. That was actually a lot of fun to do in first person. Alright, so we got it zooming between highlights now. Look at that clock flying up. You play GTA much better when you're not in first person. It's not for everyone. I know that there was a lot of... When it was first announced, everyone was like, oh, this is really cool. And then when the game was released on new gen, and people started playing it in first person, they realised it was a lot harder than they thought. It is quite difficult, because like Call of Duty has always been first person, so you always play it in first person. But when you go from a game that's third person, and suddenly you start playing it in first person, it is quite difficult sometimes to make that switch. That's why I like Resident Evil 7. It was the first Resident Evil with a first person perspective, if I remember correctly. And a lot of people struggled to adapt to that. It's one of those things, I suppose. Are we really going to go an entire first half without any highlights? We're only 3 points clear of Welwyn Garden as well, so we are going to have to really pull our fingers out in this second half. That's going to be half time, isn't it? Oh dear. This is not the stream I was hoping for. Particularly in some games, we're scoring like 4 or 5 goals off camera, and then I come on stream and we don't score at all. Alright, this is a highlight, I suppose. It might not last for very long, but it is a highlight. Cartwright with a long ball over, and that's the end. Oh dear. Substitute has been made. McConnor off, Royal on. Okay. As we go to more attacking. See, I didn't realise Black Ops 4 was so close to being ready. I'd heard nothing about it apart from it was going to exist. And then suddenly, like on my subscriber feed on YouTube, suddenly it was full of videos of Black Ops 4. And people saying that it's a bit out there. Oh, good goal, Wilson. Some people have said good things about it, and some people have sort of said, what the hell is going on after playing it. I'm personally... me and the Call of Duty franchise just aren't compatible anymore. They've done too many weird things for my liking. I'm not a fan. So what happened here? Dinsmore squared it, and Wilson just a little dink into that top right corner again. Interesting. Well, it's a goal at least. Something to write home about. Long kick forward from their keeper. Jones brings it down nicely. Across to Royal. He plays it over the top. Dinsmore running onto it. Wilson is available in the middle. Dinsmore seemed to go for goal himself. I've always said, like, Call of Duty for me, the best campaign has always been World at War. I don't think they've matched it since. Like Black Ops, the first Black Ops was good, had a good campaign, it was a good game, solid game, good multiplayer, but World at War was for me the best all-round game. It had a really good multiplayer and it had an excellent campaign. And then after that, I mean, Modern Warfare 1, 2 and 3, they're all good. People give a lot of hate for 3, but I think it ended the story quite nicely as Dinsmore slides it into the bottom right corner there to make it 2-0. And then it's all just gone downhill, because just what you've said there, Kurt, they've announced a Battle Royale mode. So what they do, Call of Duty now, I don't know whether it's Activision that are making these calls or whether it's the actual developers themselves, but they just look at other FPS games and decide that because they're the juggernaut, as it were, they sell the most copies every year, they can just copy from other people and no one will say anything. So coincidentally, wall running was a thing and jetpacking was a thing not long after the original Titanfall came out. Battle Royale, we all know where that's copied from. It's just absolute BS. And I look at videos of Battlefield 1 and they respect the subject matter. They respect the war. They have characters that tell jokes. Fine. you know, that happens. But they respect the war, and they do a really good job with the campaign. And then I look at modern World War II, Call of Duty, and it's just wrong. It just feels like they're mocking it almost. They're mocking World War II. I don't have any centre midfielders I can bring on, do I? Well, Green can play centre midfield, so I'm going to do that. Swap these two. And then I'm going to bring Fitzgerald on for his debut. You can play as a wide target man set to attack. Okay, we'll see how that gets on. I love Battlefield. I love Battlefield because, you know, destructible environments, that's always good. The storytelling is good. The guns, like, I'm holding a controller, but it feels like I'm holding a gun. The feel of the game. It's that kind of thing. I never finished Ghosts. I got as far as the first dog mission and switched it off. How many people attended that game? 215. Not bad. Nice little 2-0 win. The two hitmen up front getting the goals as well. Always good to see. Who was it got sent off? It was McGregor, wasn't it? Of course it was. Which means I need me another centre midfielder on the bench. Yeah, I never finished Ghosts. I never finished Battlefield 4 either. Because I was one of those who had the bug where after I finished the first mission, saved the game, went back into the game a couple of days later, and the save file had been deleted, so I had to start all over again. Did that 3 times and then realised that it was never going to save. Yeah, that's it, Josh. Plug the channel. Plug the channel. Yeah, so last week we did the first act of the Doomsday heist on Grand Theft Auto Online, and then tomorrow night we'll be doing the second act, and then next week we'll be finishing off with the third act. It'll be around about the same time again, probably yes. Well, actually, when does the... depending on when the FA Cup final kicks off, it'll be after that, so like 7 or 8, something like that. Fitzgerald makes professional debut. Good, good. McGregor banned for a match. You're going to be warned because it was stupid sending off. Not interested. Wilson got a goal and an assist, so he was good. Superb in front of goal. You don't have to play it, you just have to watch it. Although, that being said, we are looking... I'm trying to get viewers involved, and you know, you're not just viewers, you are my friends. So, if you are interested in joining in, I think we can do it as a 3. I know you can do it as a 2. I think you could do it as a 1 actually, if you really wanted to. Cup final kicks off at 5:15. Yeah, either be in the chat, like Josh says, or drop me a message on Facebook or something if you are gonna, if you are wanting to play. I'm not going for Criminal Mastermind or anything like that, so it doesn't have to be the same lineup every time. Also, it's GTA on the Xbox, I should say. Oh, actually, that was something I was going to tell you, Josh. The crew emblem that I currently have, the weird trophy thing, that's gone. I actually managed to find a way of getting my M4J logo into Rockstar Social Club. So we'll have a new logo to play with tomorrow as well. Looking forward to that. Well, if the FA Cup kicks off at 5:15, that means that will be finished at, let's see, 5:37. So we'll probably be online 7:30 or 8. Something around that time. I'll be tapping up my dissertation during the day. Oh, you've got good finishing. Maybe we could try and bring him in. I didn't even see if they accepted the appeal or not. Yes, Josh, you do still need to join the crew. I did not have valid grounds for an appeal. I think only once in the entire time I've played Football Manager, only once have I managed to successfully appeal sending off.